welcome aboard. We're on Norwegian Prima, Norwegian Cruise Line's newest ship, and we're staying in the Haven. And we want to share all the details with you of this brand new space. So follow along as we have our exclusive Norwegian Prima Haven tour and complete walkthrough up next. Welcome aboard, cruisers. I'm DB from Eat, Sleep, Cruise, where I help you see the world one pour at a time. We're actually back on Norwegian Prima. It's our second time on this ship in about a month. And this time around, we're staying in the Haven. And we wanted to give you a breakdown of what it's like actually staying in this brand new area. Now, the Haven is a popular place found on many Norwegian Cruise Line ships. But the Haven on Norwegian Prima is completely different than any other Haven in the fleet. And in this video, we're gonna show you all the details, all the public venues, and even what it's like staying in one of the staterooms. So let's get started. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Haven in general on Norwegian Cruise Line ships, the Haven is an exclusive private area found on many ships that have their own suites and many of their own private amenities. Here on Norwegian Prima, that sense of elevated, upscale, and exclusive access starts right here. The only way to get to the Haven is through a private bank of elevators that is all the way after the ship. So to actually access the Haven, regardless of what deck you're on, you need to get to this exclusive app of elevators, scan your card, and then the elevator will take you up to the Haven, which starts on deck 16 for the public areas.
In recent years, this ship within a ship concept has become popular in the cruise industry as it provides the best of both worlds. Guests have access to all the amenities and attractions found on megaships of today. Yet, they also have an upscale place to retreat from the crowds. On Norwegian Prima, for example, of course, there's the Speedway, the 2 slides, as well as top-notch entertainment and theater. When in the Haven, guests receive the personalized and attentive service that you would expect on a luxury cruise line. And yet, in the Haven, you still can enjoy as much or as little as you want of the other onboard dining, entertainment, and attractions. And actually, the Haven can be a great option for multi-generational families. On Norwegian Prima, NTL has taken the Haven concept even further, providing a bigger and better experience for guests. On Prima, all Haven staterooms are located at the aft of the ship in a more centralized location, to the Haven amenities, which are found on decks 16 and 17. Further, guests can enter this area directly from the Haven bank of elevators at the aft of the ship. Now, the downside is that you can only access this area via these elevators, meaning you cannot walk upstairs from your cabin to these Haven public areas. Although you are able to access many of the Haven cabins using the midship elevator from a private entrance on several decks using your keycard. Now, not all Norwegian Prima suites are a part of the Haven, so you'll want to review the NCL website to determine the difference between the Haven and the other suite cabin categories. If you want the extra space and butler concierge service, but not the price tag attached to the other exclusive Haven amenities, there are other suite options you should consider.
Deck 16 and deck 17 are where you're going to find the exclusive areas for the Haven here on Norwegian Prima. And here on deck 16, you're going to find the concierge desk, you're going to find the Haven bar and Haven lounge, as well as the Haven restaurant.
Immediately exiting the elevators on deck 16, you will find the Haven lounge. This spacious seating area features floor-to-ceiling windows so that you can always enjoy the view. Here you can relax with a good book, catch up on some emails, or chat with newly made friends. This area is sectioned off into several more private spaces to break up the larger area. Here you will also find the Haven bar. The indoor bar is considerably larger with plenty of seating. So whether you're looking for a morning mimosa or pre-dinner cocktails, you can pull up a seat at this bar. The bartenders are quick to learn your name and your drink orders.
The Haven on Norwegian Prima actually has 2 bars on deck 16. Inside, there's the main bar in the lounge, as well as this bar outside near the infinity pool. Now, it's early in the morning and the ship's docked, so the outdoor bar isn't open, but the bar inside definitely is. Regardless, when they're open, either bar is a great place to grab a drink with other fellow Haven guests. Now, one of the benefits of staying in the Haven is that you have access to the Haven restaurant, which is exclusive for those staying in the Haven area.
The Haven restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with afternoon tea. This offers guests an additional and complimentary dining option beyond the main dining rooms and the specialty restaurants. Further, the Haven restaurant features an exclusive menu. These menu items are certainly more upscale than what you will find in the main dining rooms on Norwegian Prima, with options like surf and turf for dinner. The Haven restaurant menu is a fixed menu for the duration of the cruise.
Now, another cool thing about Norwegian Prima's Haven is that the Haven restaurant actually has outdoor seating. That's where I'm sitting right now. So if you want to enjoy lunch or even dinner al fresco, you can in this exclusive restaurant using the same exact menu. On deck 16 and deck 17, you're also going to find the outdoor Sundeck. Now, this is something brand new to Norwegian Prima that's not found on any other Norwegian Haven in the whole fleet.
The Haven courtyard on Norwegian Prima has been transformed into an expansive Haven Sundeck. The Haven Sundeck offers some of the most coveted views on the ship. This two-level space boasts a private infinity pool overlooking the ship's wake. This is the ideal place to take a dip and offers amazing views during sail-in and sail-out of ports of call. There are also plenty of padded loungers, day beds, and cabanas lining the Sundeck. Not to mention there are 2 hot tubs on the second level and spa amenities. That's right, you don't even have to visit the thermal suite.
Norwegian Prima's Sundeck also includes a sauna as well as an ice room, and they're located right next to the infinity pool. So it's almost like having a mini thermal suite spa right here on the Sundeck. Now, unfortunately, with Haven rooms, you do not get access to a thermal suite, which is actually in the forward of the ship on deck 16, but having these amenities right here and open to all Haven guests is a really nice added benefit of the Haven on Norwegian Prima.
Along with exclusive access to these private amenities in the Haven, the suites in the Haven are among the most luxurious and well-appointed accommodations on the entire ship. Now, there are a variety of different staterooms, from the Premier Owner's Suite, which is 2,100 square feet, to the 2-bedroom family villa, to the more entry-level Haven penthouses, which are 368 square feet. On this cruise, we actually stayed in a Haven penthouse suite, room 15308. Now, if you want to know all the details and what's like staying in this particular type of cabin, we have a complete tour and walkthrough right here on YouTube. Regardless of which suite you choose, in terms of in-room amenities, all suites have an Nespresso machine and luxury bath products. You'll also notice upgraded linens, a pillow top mattress, plush bathrobes and slippers, and oversized bath towels. Regardless of which cabin category you select when in the Haven, all guests have access to 24-hour butler service and a concierge. The butler is your personal host during the cruise vacation, from delivering any special requests, to keeping your cabin stocked with amenities and daily treats, to also providing in-suite dining. Your butler is there to ensure you are well cared for during your cruise. At the concierge desk, they can help you book dining, make entertainment reservations, shore excursions, and more. In fact, the Haven experience starts even before boarding the ship. All Haven guests have priority embarkation and disembarkation. This means you have a dedicated area in the terminal with expedited check-in and a lounge with snacks while you wait to board the ship. Haven guests are also among the first to board the ship on embarkation day. Additionally, Haven guests have priority when reserving restaurants and entertainment. They also have priority seating at shows and are invited to other exclusive events throughout the cruise. Further, room service is complimentary for Haven guests on Norwegian Cruise Line. Guests can even order off the Haven menu and have it delivered to their stateroom during the restaurant's normal operating hours. Now, it's important to note that not everything on the ship is included in the Haven on Norwegian Cruise Line. For instance, if you want access to the Vibe Beach Club or the Mandara Spa, that will cost extra. There are no spa cabins in the Haven that include access to a thermal suite on Norwegian Prima. Further, amenities like the Prima Speedway and the Galaxy Pavilion will still be an upcharge for Haven guests on Norwegian Prima. Likewise, gratuity for your butler is not part of the standard ship gratuities, which is $20 per person per day. Thus, you'll want to account for additional tips for the Haven staff members that go above and beyond to provide you exceptional service during your cruise. If you want to bring guests into the Haven on Norwegian Prima, you can do so on a case-by-case basis by speaking to a concierge. However, there will be an upcharge for guests to dine with you in the Haven restaurant. According to our concierge, we were told the upcharge is $25 for breakfast and lunch and $45 for dinner. It is true that the Haven suites on Norwegian Prima come at a premium price tag. When pricing out cabins on Norwegian Prima in the Haven penthouse balcony versus a standard balcony, you tend to find that the cost is about 2.5 to 3 times more. The cost for a 7-day cruise in the Haven penthouse is on average $4,500 or more per person. Now keep in mind that is the more moderately priced of the cabins in the Haven. More expensive accommodations, obviously, will cost you even more. This pricing does include all the perks from Norwegian Cruise Line's Free at Sea promotion. These perks include unlimited open bar, specialty dining credit, excursion credits, and free Wi-Fi. Depending on the current promotion, it might also include airfare and discounts on the 3rd and 4th guests. While this sounds great, current promotions have also been offering all these perks to all the stateroom categories since the cruise restart. Thus, the value of the Haven has been diminished a little bit, at least for the current time being. So it comes down to asking yourself whether the Haven is worth it or not for your next vacation. Of course, this is always a personal decision based on preferences and travel budget. If you have the finances to upgrade, then staying in the Haven will certainly provide a more personalized and upscale cruise experience. The elevated accommodations and the luxurious Sundeck in the Haven on Norwegian Prima are major reasons why we would consider upgrading. There's also the upscale menu items in the Haven restaurant and priority seating at shows. This comes in handy for popular spots like Sid Norman's Poorhouse, which is usually standing room only. If you're cruising with a group or a multi-generational family, we can see the Haven being a great option as well. Many cruisers claim once you stay in the Haven, it's hard to go back to a regular stateroom. Since we've never stayed in the Haven on any other NCL ships, we can't comment on how the Haven on Norwegian Prima compares to others in the fleet. Also, since this was immediate sailing, we could not take full advantage of all the services like in-room dining. For us, honestly, with the current promotions for other stateroom categories, we find it hard to justify paying for these accommodations. As much as we love the new Sundeck, the extra cabin space, and the other exclusive perks and public areas, we also love the rest of the ship. From many of the different bars, to the Penrose Atrium, and the different restaurants, we really didn't spend that much time in the Haven. Thus, for the amount of time we did spend in there, the higher price point just isn't worth it for us. Now, if the Haven were given the new Free at Sea Plus perks, this might sweeten the incentive for us. With unlimited Starbucks, extra specialty dining, unlimited Wi-Fi, and more, this could sway our opinions. We're just laying it out there for you, NCL.
Now, if you enjoyed our complete walkthrough and tour of Norwegian Prima's Haven, why not check out our complete ship tour and walkthrough for the entire Norwegian Prima ship?
In that cruise review, we cover everything from the dining to entertainment, onboard activities, service, and more. We cover everything to help you decide if Norwegian Prima is right for your next cruise vacation.